The Greyhounds have stormed back to win their next 6. Last weekend, Naugatuck dismantled a very good Watertown team, 29-14. The Hounds are led by the exciting Daryl Hall, who's accounted for 12 scores this year. From Ray Snyder Field in Waterbury, it's Naugatuck against Holy Cross in an NBL matchup on Cable 10 Sports Valley High School Football Game of the Week. Hello again, everyone. Ed Clements, Buddy Chernovitz from Ray Snyder Field in Waterbury, part of the Municipal Stadium complex. Buddy, good weather for football.
Good weather. It's a little bit brisk, a little bit of a dampness in the air, but we've avoided the water and the rain so far, and that's good news for both of these football teams.
Speaking about good news, bad news, Coach Jerry Charleglio will not have the services of his fine sophomore quarterback Tom Brunetti out with a hand injury.
Fans got a chance to see him play against Ansonia. He did a great job, led the team very well. He's coming along, but his hand, as Coach Jerry Charleglio just said, is unable to really take a snap, so they're not going to use him today, and that's going to present a problem, I think, for the Holy Cross offense.
Few comments about Daryl Hall. We saw him a few weeks ago against Seymour. Great ball player.
I thought he had one of the best days I've ever seen with a high school football player. We both talked about Mr. Essen at Seymour, who was comparable, but I thought he had one of the best days that I've ever seen. He's going to be a difficult young man for the Holy Cross Crusaders to bring down. He's a package, as Jerry Charleglio just said in our pregame. He's a tough guy to bring down. You got to grab anything you can, and he's going to be interesting to watch here today.
Naugatuck has a bit of a problem injury-wise because Dritar Vinka, he is dressed. We should see him on offense, but he has had a re-injury of his ankle, which slowed him in the early going this year.
He's a balance to Hall. You get a good inside game with Hall on the outside, so it'll be interesting to see how far Vinkin can go. But he's a tough young man, and they've got some other kids in the backfield that can pick up if he's unable to play.
We'll be back with Naugatuck Holy Cross football right after these messages.
Hi, I'm the coach, George DeMayo, and I'm calling the best deal in town, the used car mart at Shelton Mitsubishi. Sedans, vans, utility vehicles, trucks, even these two-seaters. The car mart's got them, and they've got financing too. You can't beat the prices at the car mart. They're next to Walmart, so come on down to the car mart at Shelton Mitsubishi off Route 8 between exits 12 and 13 in Shelton. Or call 1-800-BIG-MITS. Looking for a used car deal? Go to the mart. Valley football fans know I call them like I see them.
Hot Tops, your #1 custom printing professionals. At Hot Tops' new 15,000 square foot facility in Shelton, our automated textile printer will handle any size order quickly and efficiently. Artwork can be reproduced or designed for you in our graphic art department. As the largest in-house embroidery facility in the area, and see why Hot Tops is #1. In business for 19 years, Hot Tops features an ad specialty product line that includes mugs, sports bottles, and a wide variety of imprinted items. For your next order, call Hot Tops, where your image is our business.
Welcome back, everyone. The site is Ray Snyder Field in Waterbury, Municipal Stadium complex, and our Cable 10 Sports Valley High School football game of the week. Buddy, Holy Cross has won the opening coin flip here, and Coach Jerry Charleglio's team will go on the offense on this cold, windy, overcast November day, a day that you love, a day that you look forward to when you were playing football.
No rain, so it's got to be a plus for both football teams, at least at the present time. Considering the forecast over the weekend, they're very fortunate to be here without any wet conditions, and Naugatuck is ready to go.
Darrell Wells to kick it off, and the senior drills it to Ben March on the other end. Ben March advancing the football outside the 30 to the 33-yard line, and that's where the Crusaders will take over. Let's take a look first at the line. The center is Mike Minetti. The guards are Greg Latanzio and John Green. The tackles are Jay Dunn and Anthony Piorelli. Tight end is Pete McCaslin to number 28. In the backfield, the quarterback in place of Tom Brunetti is the senior Ben Jacobellis. The fullback is Tom Pirelli. The tailback is Ben March. The slapback is Joe Carmody, and Ivan Lusick is the split end. First down,
Fumble.
a handoff and a loose ball. The handoff to the fullback, Pirelli, and a scramble at the 39, and Holy Cross has held on to the football. They retain possession.
Mike Manetti recovers for Holy Cross.
Good job by number 53 there, the center, Mike Manetti, as he's going to recover the fumble. You see the fullback never had the football. Miscommunication or problem, new quarterback, and the ball was never given to the fullback. Manetti recovers for Holy Cross. They picked up about 5 on it, so good play out of a bad play for the Crusaders.
Split backs now for the Holy Cross Crusaders. When we get a chance, we'll give you the Naugatuck defense. And the ball is handed off to Ben March. Ben March finding some room and getting into Naugatuck territory down to the 42-yard line. The 5'8", 165-pound senior taken down by Darrell Hall in the secondary.
A little bit of a counter or a scissors backside. A good job by March as he avoids the tackle right at the line of scrimmage and then scampers forward for a big first down. Darrell Hall will make the stop, number 15 for Naugatuck, but a good second down play for the Holy Cross Crusaders as they're into Naugatuck territory.
Buddy, I got to think when the third quarter rolls around that the lights will be on here at the field. I'm a little surprised that they're not already on because it is a dark, overcast day. Jacob Ellis will take time out, and Coach Charleglio coming out to the field. Let's take a look now at that Naugatuck defense while we got an opportunity. Across the front, the nose guard is Josh Levine. The tackles are Ryan Walker and Matt Gerber. Dave Diedrich and Mike Bastos are the defensive ends. The backers, Derek Clark and Morales. And they're 2 new linebackers to start the game from what we have seen earlier in the year. Morales has really been worked in practice as a linebacker, and Derek Clark has been used on goal line situations as linebacker, so the positions are not new to those 2 young men. And the rest of that secondary for Naugatuck, Larry Testone, Mo Matei, Nick Pereira, and Darrell Hall. But he caught up with Coach Peters before the game, and Coach Peters was quoted as talking about leadership this week in one of the local papers, and Buddy asked, who are those players that have stepped up and provided that leadership for Naugatuck?
No one specifically, buddy. They all have. They all had some, I'd say, some minor faults early on, and now I think we've got those minor faults straightened out, and we're more, I think, grown up emotionally, and we're ready to face any challenge we get.
Line of scrimmage is the 42-yard line. Holy Cross taking the opening kickoff. Jacob Ellis back to throw. Backside pressure. Gets off. It's picked off. That's Darrell Hall on the other end. And the senior returns it to the 28. And the Greyhounds will take over.
This is an out route as the quarterback, Jacob Ellis, comes out on a little bootleg. He does a poor job in throwing this one. Hall has the coverage, really had the best opportunity to catch the football. The intended receiver was number 80, Pereira or Carmody, and Darrell Hall makes the interception and takes the ball to about the 27-yard line where Naugatuck will take over their first possession of the first quarter. Good defensive stand by the Naugatuck Greyhounds.
Line of scrimmage is the 27, so Greyhounds have picked off the Holy Cross pass. And the give is to Mr. Excitement, Darrell Hall, to the wide side of the field, and Hall run out of bounds. He almost picks up a first down, run out by Jacob Ellis in the Holy Cross secondary. Let's take a look now at the Naugatuck offense. First of all, that's the same line. It's really been the offensive line for the Greyhounds all year long. And now the backfield, Mo Matei is the quarterback. Starting in place of Drittard Vinca is Kyle Wells, the junior fullback. Larry Testone and Darrell Hall are the halfbacks. Nick Pereira is the split end. And Coach Peters has told me that in certain situations you will see Drittard Vinca. Right now it's a single back set, and that is Wells. And Kyle Wells, as Naugatuck tries to establish that inside running game, for a pair across the 35. Let's take a look now at that Holy Cross defense. The front five, Ben March is the nose guard. We'll talk a little bit about that during the game. The tackles are Matt Gray and Mike Manetti. The ends are Jay Dunn and Joe Carmody. The linebackers are John Green and Tom Pirelli. Rocco Gentili is the strong safety. The free safety is Ivan Lusick and Jacob Ellis, and Mark Weaver complete the secondary. 3rd and inches. And the give inside for the Naugatuck first down out to the 40-yard line, and that was Kyle Wells, the ball carrier.
Wells had just come straight ahead on the inside trap. See March coming across the line of scrimmage, that ran by the play, and Wells picks up the first down. Ball right at about the 40-yard line for the Greyhounds, their initial first down of this football game, and they're going to run Wells inside to set up trying to use Daryl Hall outside with that great speed.
Buddy, I saw Wells in preseason a bit, and when Dritar Vinka had that same problem with the ankle, and Wells ran the football. He had a lot of experience running the football, did a good job at fullback, so he's a pretty good running back.
Holy Cross is into the neutral zone. They went on the movement. You saw number 34 there for Naugatuck, Larry Testone, with the little bit of motion. It drew the Holy Cross Crusaders into the neutral zone, and Naugatuck will pick up an easy 5 as the ball right at the 45-yard line.
Wing T look for the Greyhounds. Kyle Wells is the fullback. Give is to Larry Testone. Testone close to midfield, close to the line to gain, stacked up at the Naugatuck 49. John Green on the initial hit for the Crusaders.
Testone starts in that short motion and then just comes to the outside, cuts back up, picks up good yardage, about 5, very close to the first down. You see John Green, one of the captains, on the stop, but it'll be a second, less than a yard for the Naugatuck Greyhounds. You get a look at that Holy Cross defense.
So the Greyhounds with a second and a foot at their 49-yard line. First quarter action, Ray Snyder Field in Waterbury. Quarterback is Matei. And the give again to the fullback. Wells might have gotten the line to gain before he's pushed back. The initial hit by Minetti.
Minetti and Dunn, 53 and 75, do a good job as Testone tries to come to the line of scrimmage. You see number 75 along with Captain Mike Minetti on the stop. Very close to first down yardage. You're going to bring the down markers out, but good job that time by both Minetti and Dunn. And it's going to bring up a third down as Naugatuck came up short, so great defensive stand there. You see the clock and scoreboard right in the background. 8 minutes and 12 seconds of this first quarter left to play here at Ray Snyder Field. Naugatuck with a lot of substitutions on offense. Going to need to get the ball going very quickly. They're going to catch a 5-yard delay a game here.
Greyhounds will go double tights. Bastos along with Derek Clark, the tight ends. And the pitch. Daryl Hall, first down. Naugatuck still on his feet. Down the far sidelines. Daryl Hall to the 10. In for the Naugatuck score from 50 yards out. Daryl Hall on a 3rd and inches. Broke it on the far sidelines.
Jerry Charleglio talks about wrapping up Daryl Hall. Just a short 3rd and 1, and Hall gets the outside, breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Carmody had his arms around him, but then it's a sprint, and Daryl Hall is not going to lose many sprints. He outruns Lukic and Jacob Ellis to get into the end zone. Good job on pursuit by number 52 there for Holy Cross, but he's unable to get him, and that's a big 50-yard touchdown for the Greyhounds.
Extra point kicker is Daryl Wells, older brother of fullback Kyle Wells. Older is Matei. Greyhounds get on the scoreboard quick, their first possession. And Wells' kick is through the uprights. And our score here at Municipal Stadium, Naugatuck 7, Holy Cross nothing. We'll be back right after these messages.
Looking for a kitchen that's distinctly yours? A kitchen that fits your style and your personality? Then look no further than Marilat at Housatonic Lumber. Now through November 17th, come to Housatonic Lumber and save 50% off on Marilat's list prices. Our fall truckload sale is a great time to remodel your kitchen and save 50% on Marilat cabinets. But don't take our word for it. See for yourself. The Marilat truckload sale. On now through November 17th at Housatonic Lumber in Derby.
I have cable TV, which means that in addition to cable channels, I can still watch local programming.
So?
When you sell a DBS system to a customer, do you tell them they can't receive their local stations anymore?
Nobody watches local programming anymore.
What about local news, sports, and weather?
That's what newspapers are for.
Newspapers?
Well, if they insist on watching local channels, then I just sell them a regular antenna.
Regular antenna?
A regular antenna.
If you're thinking about DBS, you might want to think twice. Cable TV, still the best value in quality entertainment.
This one's kind of fun.
But he did catch up with Jerry Charleglio before the game, and we've just seen Darrell Hall go on a 50-yard touchdown scamper, and he did ask Jerry Charleglio, how do you defense Darrell Hall?
He's very difficult to tackle, and because he's small, you get deceived into thinking that he'll go down easy, and he doesn't. He has great feet. I just tell him to grab anything they can and hang on. And the other thing about him, though, is they have other good kids, too, so you can't just, overplay to him.
Welcome back, and obviously Coach Charleglio wants to see that Holy Cross team shore up in defense Darrell Hall.
Got to take the angles away from that guy when he goes to the sidelines, and when Carmody missed him, it's just a foot race, and he's going to be a tough guy to bring down in a foot race, so you've got to wrap him, and you've got to get to the sideline and get the angle, contain him, and use the sidelines as another tackler, and Naugatuck is going to use Mr. Hall as much as they can here this afternoon against the Crusaders. He's a great young man, and he picked up right where we saw him against the Seymour Wildcats.
Scored 4 touchdowns that evening and 1 tonight, and 5 touchdowns. And on the season with that touchdown, 13 scores for Darrell Hall. Returning the football is Weaver for the Crusaders on the far side of the field, close to the 30-yard line. Hall on the tackle for Naugatuck.
Good job by Darrell Hall getting down on coverage as he took the feet right out from under the ball carrier. Holy Cross is backed up inside the 30 to about the 27, 28-yard line. Their second possession of this football game coming after that great run by Darrell Hall, putting Naugatuck ahead here 7-0.
That's up the backfield for Holy Cross in their standard I-back formation. Fullback is Pirelli, one of the tri-captains for Cross, and tailback is March. Pirelli getting the call for a couple of hard-fought yards off the right side.
Pirelli's going to run into Gerber, number 74. Right there, he'll fall off of Gerber and pick up maybe a half a yard. Is down on his legs. It looked like it was Levine, but good job inside by Naugatuck. As you get a look at a couple umbrellas here, as a little bit of drizzle is broken out here at Snyder Field in this first quarter.
2nd and 9, they give Pirelli 1 on that first down carry. Out to the left side is Lusick, and the give is to March. He's trying to get it outside. Now he cuts it back in, still on his feet, and now reverses his field. To the 40-yard line goes Ben March, a great run by a very good running back, finally upended by Matei in the secondary.
Give Mo Mote some great credit, a little bit of a fumble on the snap. Watch March come. He's going to get hit and stood up by Gerber. Then he's going to turn back up inside, and he's going to break to the far side of the field. Mote stays, holds his position. As March comes around the corner, you're going to see number 12 waiting for him. Does an excellent job. He'll get help from number 52, Ryan Walker.
First down, and Pirelli slides off the left side for 3 yards to the 43-yard line.
A little bit of rain now breaking out here, and the weatherman promised between 1 and 3 we'd get a dosing, and I know Liz Kennard, our executive producer, is not happy about this, as our cameras are going to be out in the weather again, as you see the cheerleaders huddled under the umbrellas.
2nd and 9 for Holy Cross at their 41. First quarter action, Naugatuck leads at 7-0. Give is to March, and March, breaking out of tackles, still on his feet, gets 3 hard-fought yards before he's taken down by the left side of the Naugatuck defense.
Watch March now. He's going to get banged a few times, and as Eddie just said, he's going to pick up 3. The draw, he'll get hit, keeps his feet, and able to pick up about 3. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 7, but March, a tough, hard-nosed running back, the senior 5'8", 168-pounder, has done an excellent job for Holy Cross all season.
3rd and 7 for the Crusaders. That's Pirelli, and Pirelli might have picked up a first down out across midfield down to the 49 of Naugatuck if he gets a favorable spot. And he does get it, first down, Holy Cross.
Just straight ahead takeoff along the line of scrimmage, allowing Pirelli to get behind his blockers. See Ryan Walker makes the stop, but not before Pirelli picks up the first down. Just the ball, nose of the football, just into Naugatuck territory right at the 50-yard line.
So 2 consecutive first downs for Holy Cross. Down 7-0 to the Hounds. First quarter. The pitch. The short side of the field. March still on his feet as he eludes tacklers. Finally taken out on the far side of the field.
You're going to see, as the pitch is made, you're going to see head coach Craig Peters in the face of John Morales, who had an opportunity to make a stop right there. March avoids him and is able to pick up another 2 yards, close to that first down yardage. But a good job by Ben March, the senior running back, again with a great carry to the outside, picks up about 8.
2nd and short at the Naugatuck 42. Play fake. Check that. The ball was handed off to Pirelli, and taking the pop was Jacob Ellis. Pirelli straight ahead for a first down.
Fullback just comes to the left side, right over the left guard, left tackle for the first down yardage, and a pretty good drive here for Holy Cross. March and Pirelli just straight ahead and a little bit to the outside, picking up the 3rd first down here for the Crusaders.
Buddy, let me correct myself. That was Lampo, the fullback, in place of Pirelli. Pirelli checks back into the football game. Give this to the tailback, March, running hard, close to the 30-yard line before he's dragged down by Bastos.
Watch the block that Pirelli makes on number 52, Ryan Walker. Look at the bang. Oops, I'm sorry. That's number 84, Mike Bastos, who caught Pirelli. And then March able to turn to the outside, picks up about 5. But you need an excellent fullback for that tailback. And when that tailback gets the good blocking, you're going to see some excellent yardage. And Naugatuck has got to stop this Holy Cross offense as they are churning up some 5-yarders every time they touch the football.
Lampo is the up back. Lampo gets the call. And the Southmore fullback inside the 30-yard line, close to the line to gain for the Crusaders.
Again, Lampo coming along with Pirelli, the tough yardage inside the tackles, and then March picks up to the outside, and the Crusaders, again, very close to that first down. Again, the umbrella's out here as rain is starting to come down a little bit heavier. It's more than a drizzle right now. Going to get the yard markers brought out as it's close enough for that measurement. And they're going to have the first down, as you can see there. Another first down by the Crusaders in the running game, starting at their own 27, has moved the ball down into about the 29-yard line of the Naugatuck Greyhounds. Good drive for Holy Cross.
In their second possession now, they're really moving the football on the ground. First time they ran the football well, then threw the pass, and Paul eventually intercepted that as Lampo sliding to the 25-yard line on first down, a short pickup. Getting up was Dave Diedrich along with Ryan Walker for Naugatuck.
Again, watch, they're coming over Minetti and the left tackle, Anthony Piarella, and they're picking up pretty good yardage there on the first and second down carries. You see Craig Peters on the sidelines extorting his defense. They've got to stiffen up right here as Holy Cross has got an excellent drive going, and it's all been on the ground.
Holy Cross.
Gary Charleglio right in the middle there, Eddie, and talking to his brain trust. Got a pretty good drive going and been able to use Pirelli and March very well here.
Holy Cross will throw the football, but they really want to run the football at you if they can. They swing March, off right tackle, and March hurdles tacklers as he gets close to the 20-yard line.
Gives you a lot of moves coming around the corner, does Ben March. Watch as he gets around the corner here. See Carmody lead blocking for him along with number 27, Tom Pirelli. Watch right here is up to the top goes Ben March. He's close to that first down yardage. Going to be third and short. And Holy Cross just moving this football in this second possession.
Under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
Right about the 20-yard line, and Holy Cross is going to take their second timeout.
Timeout, Holy Cross. That is their second.
So the Crusaders in their second possession of the football game, all on the ground, and move the football down within a couple of yards of another first down. The ball is at the 20-yard line of Naugatuck. Naugatuck leads it 7-0, scoring in their lone possession. That's number 75 for Jay Dunn on the sidelines for the Crusaders.
Big guy. He's a big young man as we get a look at some pretty heavy rain now coming down. And the last 2 weeks we've had some rain as we've been bringing games to you. We lost the Ansonia Derby game because of the rain, and this one's going to present a problem as it started very early and it's coming down very hard right now.
Another factor for this field, buddy, this is the second game of 3 games scheduled at this complex this weekend. And it's going to cause all sorts of problems, I would think, for the third scheduled game here this evening. Third and short. I formation. Carmody will go in motion. Fake. Check that. That's March. Good fake by Jacob Bellis, and March ends up with the football, and it's going to depend on the spot as March gets it down to the 19, taken down there by Hall.
Good fake to the fullback, then they come back with the deep counter. March will get a block on Mastos. You see Mastos getting kicked out, and then Hall comes up. As Eddie just said, is going to depend on the spot, and he did not get the first down. It's going to be a fourth, less than 1 here. A big play for Holy Cross.
Don't even have to measure it. So a key play early in this football game. 4th and a foot. March. He's got the first down.
And
he
more.
runs hard. March close to the 15-yard line in the center of the field.
Comes right behind his fullback, Pirelli. Pirelli makes a great block right at the hole. March just runs right up his can into the first down yardage, and ball at the 15-yard line for Holy Cross. Their 1st and 10 as the drive continues, starting at the Holy Cross 27-yard line. And the weather may dictate here a lot of the rest of this football game, and you don't want to get too far behind in this one. And Holy Cross would certainly like to tie it up here early in this football game.
Lampo, the fullback behind him, Ben March.
Ooh.
That's Lampo spinning off a tackle and getting inside the 10. Hall on the stop for Naugatuck.
Watch the cut that Lampo makes and gets to the outside and almost breaks it as Darrell Hall wraps him up about the 8-yard line. Good run by the young sophomore Mike Lampo as Naugatuck is going to take a timeout with 34 seconds left to go here in this first quarter.
Buddy, Lampo spun off a tackle by Anthony Parenti, now in at backer for Naugatuck, 5'9", 180-pound senior. And they have run very well here. The 3 backs, of course, the leading back and the back with the quickness and the speed is Ben March. Matter of fact, when I talk with Coach Peters, you're talking about stopping Holy Cross in their offense. The first player he's going to mention, of course, is Ben March. And I think our viewers can see why, because the young man can run, has good speed, and he's also a tough runner inside.
Craig Peters in the middle of that defensive huddle, really talking to his young men as his team really, except for the interception, Holy Cross has been able to run the football against the Greyhounds here in this first quarter. And you're right, Eddie, you've got to stop Darrell Hall if you're the Holy Cross defensive coordinator, and if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to be able to stop Ben March. And I'll tell you, Pirelli and Lampo are no slouches either. They are making tough yardage inside.
Pirelli is the fullback, the up back. That is March. March drags Derek Clark, the linebacker, with him for a yard.
Watch as March gets banged right at the line of scrimmage, will break away from the initial hit right there, and then scamper to the outside before Clark comes up and wraps him up for a big stop there. It's going to be a 3rd down when we come back. That's going to be the end of this first quarter of football.
We played 1 quarter at Municipal Stadium in Waterbury. Our first quarter score, Naugatuck 7, Holy Cross nothing. Snyder Field in the Municipal Stadium complex up here in Waterbury. We've got a good NVL football game for you. And Holy Cross is the second and short inside the Naugatuck 10. And the give inside to the fullback, that's Pirelli.
Great job by the Crusaders, again picking up that tough yardage. Watch Pirelli just come behind Minetti, Green, and Dunn for the first down. Excellent drive by both Minetti, Green, and Dunn. The center guard and tackle on that right side, allowing Pirelli, to pick up that first down. It's going to be a first and goal here for Holy Cross.
Well, let me correct my call, but it was the Southmore, Mike Lampo, but they're interchangeable, and they're obviously bringing in plays.
Going to pick up an easy 5 here, so they're going to go half the distance to the goal on that one as Holy Cross drew the Crusaders into the neutral zone, and it'll be a first down and goal from about the 2.5-yard line. You see the ball right inside the 5. A lot of white jerseys violated. There's one, and there was one to the right also that came across into that neutral zone. First down.
So first and goal now for Holy Cross at the Naugatuck 2. Carmody, Pirelli, and March in the backfield. Full house backfield. March, touchdown.
Gotta like Mr. March. Mr. Ben March, he finds an opening and then just puts those shoulders and his head down and gets the goal line. Watch as he comes out now. He will follow the fullback, but sees the little bit of an opening and ducks back up inside, and he's going to get into the end zone. 7-6 here. 11-11 left to go in this first half as the Crusaders have gotten on the board.
One of the finest place kickers in the area, and he's only a freshman. Jeff Gomolinski ready to tie this game up for the Crusaders out of the hold of Matt Malone. We're tied. 11-11 remaining in the first half. Our new score, Naugatuck 7, Holy Cross 7. And the Crusaders served notice on that drive, buddy, that they intend to do some damage on offense. It was a sustained drive, all on the ground. We saw 3 backs getting the football, and behind that, very good offensive line.
Give credit to the offensive line as they did an excellent job getting into the Naugatuck defense, but boy, you've got to give a lot of credit to Pirelli, Lampo, as you said, and Ben March, who just carried the football. Drive started on the 27-yard line of the Holy Cross Crusaders, and they went 73 yards down the field, taking most of the first quarter to do that and tie the football game up here. And with the rain, it's going to be very important for both teams now to hold on to the football. Turnovers and field position are suddenly going to become very, very important here in this game as it's getting wetter by the minute, as it is really coming down now at Ray Snyder Field here.
Lampo to kick it off for the Crusaders. Line drives it and taken by one of the up men for the Greyhounds. Might have been Kyle Wells.
Billy Testone was the guy who carried the football. Mark Weaver on the stop for Holy Cross. Ball is on the ground. You see right there, number 23, Billy Testone picks it up, and then Weaver is going to come in and make the stop for Holy Cross. Ball at about the 31-yard line of Naugatuck.
Now let's see how the Greyhounds answer back after Holy Cross's sustained drive took away a lot of the clock in the first quarter. A loose ball on first down. I don't know if there was a problem with the exchange or a problem with the mesh with quarterback and running back. Anyhow, the Greyhounds have fallen on the football.
Quarterback never gets the exchange. Ball on the ground. A great job by Mo Moteyan just getting on it and covering it up, preventing the turnover. As we just said, this is going to start happening more and more if this rain continues. The exchange between quarterback and center for Naugatuck was a big problem in that first game against the Shelton Gales. They obviously corrected it, but coaches don't like to see that exchange problem in a game.
Wing T and Kyle Wells is the fullback, and Kyle Wells off the right side across the 30-yard line on second down for the Hounds. Carmody on the stop for Holy Cross. So Wells has brought the football back to the original line of scrimmage to the 31.
Neither one of these football teams really enjoy throwing the football, so third and long is going to present a challenge for both teams. They don't like to throw, and in this type of weather conditions, not throwing is not really conducive to moving the football.
And they'll give it to Darrell Hall from the outside, and Hall is taken down by Ben March, the nose guard. March from behind took down Hall.
Hall is slowed up a little bit trying to get to the corner, allowing Ben March to come from behind. You see Hall as he tries to find a way to get to the outside. March comes up from behind, makes the stop, and Naugatuck is going to have to kick the football right back to the Holy Cross Crusaders.
You know, I talked to Jerry Charleglio during the week, and they have been using March at nose guard periodically during the season, but it's just been recently where they've installed him at that position. Might only be 5'8", but he is as quick as they come, and he gets off that football. That's Bastos punting it away for the Greyhounds. It'll roll inside the 40, fielded there by Jacob Ellis, and he falls forward to the 42-yard line, and that's where Holy Cross will take over.
The punter almost slipped, and the ball carrier likewise almost slipped, so you can tell that the field is getting a little bit slippery out there here in the second quarter of play here. Watch the punter as he kicks it. He almost slips down. That's right Bastos. There, loses his foot, able to get it off, and then the receiver, as he catches it, almost falls to the ground also as he tries to make a little bit of a cut right there. He actually does lose his feet and falls to the turf. So ball at the 42 of Holy Cross.
First down for the Crusaders, and they give to March, and March is that quick first step and explosiveness. He gets across midfield down to the 47 before he is taken down by Pereira and Matei.
Again, the fullback with an excellent block at the line of scrimmage, allowing March to come up inside to pick up the first down. And Holy Cross really has put this running game into full gear as they cross into Naugatuck territory.
They're led up to the line of scrimmage by one of their captains, Mike Minetti. He, along with Green and Pirelli, are the captains this year for the Crusaders. That is Lampo running the football. The sophomore gets it close to the 40-yard line of Naugatuck.
Jerry Charleglio is doing an excellent job keeping the Naugatuck defense off balance. He's coming with the fullback and the tailback, mixing it up very well. As you see, Lampo picks up good yardage, another 5 yards. John Green doing an excellent job with the blocking, and the offensive line of Green, Minetti, and Dunn, along with Perula and Latanzio, are doing a creditable job against a strong Naugatuck defense.
March to the short side of the field, and he spins off a tackle before the Greyhounds drive him out of bounds inside the 40. It's Matei along with Larry Testone, and also around the football, Dave Diedrich.
McCausland, number 28. Keep an eye on number 28, McCausland, as March turns the corner. Watch 28 stay on his block. He stays right on number 84, Bastos, allowing March to turn up inside. And give credit to the Crusader blockers. We're going to get a penalty here, but give some credit to these guys. They're staying on their blocks and allowing March, Pirelli, and Lampo to make that yardage. Again, you get a look at this weather. The umbrellas are up here, and looks like it may have let up just a little bit here in this second quarter. 7:35 left to go in the first half. It's been since Naugatuck's score by Darrell Hall, the 50-yard run. It's been all Holy Cross since that point in the first quarter.
Lusick out wide to the left side on second and long now, second and 12 from midfield on a draw. That goes to March. He slowed up. First of all was Gerber to slow him up, and Derek Clark applies the stopper for Naugatuck.
Minetti just blocks the nose guard down. March comes from behind. Clark on a blitz will take the legs out from under Ben March. It'll be a third down and about 12 yards for Holy Cross. The penalty backed them way up here in this drive. So third and long, ball just across midfield, about the 49-yard line of the Naugatuck Greyhounds.
Ed Conway to the bottom part of your screen. 3rd and 11 now for the Crusaders. Play fake, Jacob Ellis to put it up. Flings it out. It is picked off by Darrell Hall. Jacob Ellis was going for Carmody, and Darrell Hall stepped in front of the pass and picked it off, ran out of bounds.
Hall reacts very well to the football as this one stays up a while. Jacob Ellis, as he goes to the left, really doesn't get a lot on the ball, and the receiver was out there. That looked like Carmody. It was Carmody, the intended receiver, but Hall just ran the ball down for the interception. 6:34 left to go as Hall comes up with his second big turnover this football game.
Speaking about Hall, they swing him out to the left out of your picture, out to the left side on 1st down. Handoff inside to the junior fullback Kyle Wells for some little yardage.
Wells just comes on the handoff from Matei. He runs into his guard, number 61, Rebus. Picks up maybe a yard on that one. It'll be a 2nd and 9. Again, the umbrellas, part of the scenery here at Snyder Field in this second half. 6:05 left to go.
And the football marked at the 37-yard line of Naugatuck. Matei, tried to throw it, dropped the football, then wisely just dropped on the football to hold on to the possession. Carmody was around the football also for Holy Cross.
Matei just loses the handle of the football. Carmody will get credit for that sack, but Matei really, as Eddie said, just lucky to hold on to it and to cover up the ball at about the 33-yard line. Big 3rd down here for the Greyhounds.
3rd and 13. I don't believe that Coach Craig Peters wants to do anything foolish at this point. I think we're going to be getting into a game of field position, as many of these high school games are. We've got flags dropped on the 3rd down play.
Holy Cross again violated the neutral zone prior to the movement by Naugatuck. You're going to see Holy Cross in the zone, and then Naugatuck goes. And if that guy is in the zone and brings the offensive line, creates movement on that offensive line, it will go against the defense. So it'll be a 3rd and about 8 for the Greyhounds on offense. As you get a look at one of the Holy Cross charters on that sideline, trying to keep that chart dry in the middle of this driving rainstorm.
Line of scrimmage is the 39, a double handoff going to the short side of the field. That is Darrell Hall, but the Crusaders have defensed the play well on that scissors action in the double handoff.
Crisscross scissors, love it. It's a double handoff. First to the outside, then back to Hall on the inside. Holy Cross does a good job in closing that one down as Carmody all over Hall on that play.
Back deep for the Crusaders will be Jacob Ellis at his 30, and Mike Bastos to kick it away, and hoping that Mike has good footing. Last time he punted, he almost fell down with the poor footing out there, and Mike gets it off. He sails it inside the 30. Jacob Ellis at the 24. And he's taken down by the Naugatuck special teams. Billy Schultz in on special teams. We've got a break in the action here at Municipal Stadium. Let's take this timeout. In the Municipal Stadium complex up here in Waterbury, in this Naugatuck Valley League battle. We're tied late in the first half, 7-all. Jacob Ellis hands off to the sophomore fullback Lampo. Lampo stacked up after 1 yard on the play. Diedrich getting up off the pile for the Greyhounds.
Straight inside to the fullback. Again, a good job by Levine Walker along with Morales and Clark just closing that down. Dave Dietrich also in on the stop. It'll be a 2nd and about 9 for Holy Cross.
Line of scrimmage is the 29. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first half of play. The toss to the wide side. That is March. March weaving inside, and March out to the 35, taken down there by Matei, the 6 foot, 170-pound senior deep back.
Pretty good blocks as the guard number 54, John Green, turns the corner. You see number 37, Lampo, also around trying to open up the lanes for the running back, Ben Marsh. They pick up about 6, maybe 6.5 on that one. The ball right at the 35, 3rd and less than 4 for the Crusaders.
Pirelli, the fullback, deep in the eye is March. And Pirelli for the first down to the 40-yard line.
Pirelli carries the tackle by Matei.
Matei along with Bastos on the Naugatuck stop.
Watch number 77, that's Latanzio with a great trap block, allowing the fullback to come behind him for the first down yardage. But great blocking by Latanzio, Green, Manetti, Dunn, and the tackle Latanzio and
Pirelli,
the left tackle. They're just doing a good job in finding openings.
Second back, that is March again. And a loose ball, they put it on the turf, and coming out of the pack was Darryl Hall. They're going to rule that March was down.
Again, you see number 54 and 75, that's Green and Dunn, getting to the outside. March was down, ball pops up, and number 15 is always around the football, Mr. Hall. But it will go as about a yard gain, second down, 2:22 left to go here in this first half.
Gerber had made the initial hit for Naugatuck as the rain increases in intensity. Jacob Ellis will now tuck it in and run the football to the short side of the field, taken out of bounds right in front of us at the 45 as the senior quarterback scrambles in for the injured Tom Brunetti.
Jacob Ellis will roll to the near side, does not find a receiver. See number 89, Dietrich, getting banged around a little bit, loses his contain, allows Jacob Ellis to get to the outside. He'll pick up about 2. It's a big third down, and we said the rain had slackened. It is now a full downpour here at Snyder Field.
Line of scrimmage is the 44, 3rd and 7. Second back, March to the wide side. March spins inside. Larry Testone on his back, but March scrambles for the line to gain.
Ben March made a good cut as he went to the outside. Watch number 30 avoid the tackle right at the line of scrimmage. It's a counter play. 54, Green is out in front of him. Right here he makes a great cut, avoiding a tackle. Another bang right there from looked like number 34, Larry Testone, and the result's a first down on that one by Ben March for the Crusaders. They're across midfield into Holy Cross or Naugatuck territory.
And that all-important stat, too, the Crusaders have owned the time of possession. March gets out of the tackle, still on his feet before he's finally taken down. The initial hit by Darryl Hall, and there's some major hitting going on out there. Bastos also in on the tackle for Naugatuck.
Holy Cross right back on the football with their 2-minute O as March tries to get to the outside. You're going to see Darryl Hall make a good stop here as March tries to turn the corner. Number 15 will come up on the stop, and Holy Cross ready again.
Second down, they try the fullback this time. That's Tri-Captain Tom Pirelli for a pair.
We're under a minute here, and Holy Cross has already used 2 timeouts. They've got 1 left, so they don't have much time as they're going to try and get at least maybe within field goal range as we're down under 45 seconds in this first half.
Under a minute to go here. As Holy Cross out of their base offense, lone setback is Pirelli, and he calls a timeout with 35 4/10 seconds remaining according to the scoreboard clock. I believe the official time is kept right out there on the field.
That's the 3rd timeout for the Crusaders. They do not have another timeout, so they're going to really have to move the football and be able to stop it and still get a field goal team on the field, and that's going to be a very tough thing to do in high school, also in these weather conditions. So with the ball at the 40-yard line, I think Holy Cross is going to maybe take a shot to get the ball into the end zone. They don't have any timeouts, and stopping the clock is going to be difficult at best.
We're tied 7-7.
It is just pelting down here. They said we'd catch some of the storm. We were lucky we didn't get yesterday's rain. It's just waited until today, but it has hit at a very inappropriate time for our camera crew as they are in the middle of this downpour.
Just hoping that these are just showers and they will abate. Back in play, third down. Jacob Ellis hands off to Ben March, and March straight up the middle inside the 35 before he's taken down by Matei.
March will burst through at the line of scrimmage, breaks a number of tackles, picks up the first down. Holy Cross ready to go.
And Jacob Ellis just spikes the football, which is legal now in high school football under Federation rules.
13.8 seconds left to go. Ben March is hobbling off. Peter, how you doing, baby? And he's ready. He's got the full uniform on today. But it is pouring out. Ben March just hobbled to the sideline, so we'll watch and see as he is down in front of us. Looking at his left, looks like his right ankle or right knee. 13.8 seconds, not a lot of time left for the Crusaders.
Junior running back Mark Weaver in place of March. Jacob Ellis throws it out to Weaver. It's ruled incomplete. Or did he catch it and his knee touchdown? We'll see on
if we
replay.
can see on replay as they run a screen pass back to the near side. Jacob Ellis sets it up. Gerber with good pursuit inside. Never held it. It was a basketball bounce into his arms, and it will go as an incompletion. Third down here for the Crusaders.
Line of scrimmage is the 32 of Naugatuck, but we've got just seconds remaining. And Jacob Ellis just winds up and throws it downfield. A Hail Mary, and again, it's Hole on the intercept. Check that, Matei. Mo Matei running the football after the pick. And Matei all the way up to the 45, driven out of bounds, and that is the last play of the first half. So Mo Matei picked off Jacob Ellis, the third interception by Naugatuck in the first half.
This is just a throw him up by Jacob Ellis. Matei does a great job of just sitting back on his corner waiting for the football, and then he gives the fans a little bit of a thrill there as he will go all the way across the field to the far sideline. As he tries to turn upfield, he's going to get knocked out of bounds, bringing an end to this first half of football. 7-7 and a pretty good running attack by the Holy Cross Crusaders. Knocked out across midfield, bringing this first half to a conclusion.
We played one half, and as Buddy mentioned, our halftime score, Naugatuck 7. A little departure from our Spirit Hall of Fame feature. Normally we would have been featuring someone from Naugatuck, but we had our Spirit Hall of Fame feature featuring Mr. Bob Barth from Ansonia, something we had recorded a few weeks ago, unable to present because of our rainout of the Ansonia Derby game. The game, of course, was played, but with the bad weather and inclement weather that day, we were unable to air that feature. Buddy, Naugatuck will get the second half kickoff. It'll be Lampo kicking it off, and let's see what the Greyhounds can do with the football to start the second half. And fortunately, this is a very good playing surface up here at Municipal Stadium, the Ray Snyder Field, because if it weren't, this would have been a quagmire by now. Lampo's kick coming up to the 30-yard line, and let's see if I can give credit. Larry Testone, who returned the opening kickoff for the Greyhounds. 7-7 as we enter the second half of play.
Number 15.
And out in the field, that's Darrell Hall, who has pulled up lame, back at his 20-yard line, and an attendant is there along with Coach Peters.
Not a good start for Naugatuck, as you see Darrell Hall along with Craig Peters. Looks like they're looking at his facial area. We'll see. He was pulled down on that play, and you see Momote, very interested party, just looking in to see how his number one halfback is doing. Just awful conditions here as you get a look at the water starting to accumulate on the side of the field. There is a crown to the field, so for a while this field is going to be able to hold some of this water, but if it continues like this before the end of this one, you're going to have pretty much a mud bath. And question as to whether tonight's game will be played, as the Seymour Wildcats will be coming in here tonight to play the Sacred Heart football team. They're looking at his eyes. He might have gotten something in there, some dirt or debris from the field. So they're going to take him off and bring him to the sidelines.
Sophomore to safety, and Mark Weaver, number 36, who's great on offense. He's going in and out.
You want to get that guy back into your offense as soon as possible because he can break it at any point, as he did in the first quarter with the 50-yard run. And the way conditions are getting, the ball carrier, if he can make any kind of cut, is going to have a little bit of an advantage against that defense, especially with the speed that Darrell Hall possesses.
Line of scrimmage is the 30-yard line. That's where the Hounds take over their first possession of the second half. Play fake, and Matei will put it up on first down, and he completes it down inside the 45-yard line. Completed it to the tight end, Mike Bastos.
Bastos had to wait for this one to get there, as Mote wants to make sure gets the football. You see number 61, Sean Rebus, out in front, and then Mote gets the football to Bastos. Bastos has everybody beaten, picks up a big first down, and excellent field position for the Greyhounds as they're at the Holy Cross 42-yard line.
So a big play to begin the second half of play for the Greyhounds in great field position. They toss to the short side. That's Kyle Wells, hemmed in on the far side of the field, still in the field of play. And Ryan Coffey, our spotter, has just noted that the lights have been turned on here at Ray Snyder Field.
Pitch to the outside for Wells. He'll follow Rebus and company around the corner. Picks up about 3 on the carry. It'll be a second down, about 7 as you look through the helmet. One of the Holy Cross players on the sideline. You see that water just dripping down.
A good pickup on first down by Kyle Wells. And they try Wells again, and Wells this time still on his feet inside the 25-yard line. Kyle Wells, the 6 foot, 180-pound junior, taken down by Rocco Gentili in the secondary.
Bonzic blocked down, 61 Rebus on the trap. Wells just comes through really untouched as he gets into the secondary. Straight ahead for another first down for the Crusader, or against the Crusader defense. Naugatuck may have gotten a wake-up call here at halftime from Coach Craig Peters as they have started strong in this second half.
I think Coach Peters had some few choice words for his team. On the handoff to the short side, that is Bill Testone, taken down by 54, John Green, the backer for Holy Cross.
A little bit of the counter again, Rebus on the lead block. Coming back is Bill Testone, and he is wrapped up by John Green, the senior captain for the Crusaders. Good job on defense by number 54, John Green. A second, about 10 for the Naugatuck offense.
You know, the skies have brightened here, and the rain has lightened up. We would really welcome that, especially for our crew out there on the field, manning the cameras. That's Matei, tight-roping the sidelines, is finally taken out of bounds on the far side of the field, and a nice effort by the senior quarterback. Gentili rode Matei out of bounds.
Matei will roll to the Naugatuck sideline. Again, Rebus with the lead block, and Matei will put the ball down right here. As Eddie said, he will tightrope the sidelines. You see him cross the 20, and he's going to be very close to that first down. Looked like his foot was about 1 inch to 2 inches short of the first down, although he is going to get it. It'll be a first down at the 20 for the Greyhounds.
First down deep in Holy Cross territory. They give to Kyle Wells on the quick handoff through the center of the line, and the junior fullback gets some good yardage on first down.
Watch 50 and 66. Morales and Bonzik block down. Rebus with the trap, allowing the fullback Kyle Wells to come right up inside for good yardage. And Naugatuck has made that play to the fullback work very well in this drive.
Line of scrimmage now inside the 10-yard line. 2nd and 6 for Naugatuck.
Good look off tackle.
Bill Testone from the left halfback spot out of the wing tee meets a stone wall after a short pickup.
You're getting a look at what Green and Pirelli, the two linebackers, would have seen on that one as the ball comes right at him. Testone tries to cut up inside, again following Rebus. Holy Cross closes it down. As you get a look at the down, it'll be a 3rd for the Greyhound offense.
And they are inside the 10-yard line. Bill Testone taking the place of Darrell Hall, who was hurt on the opening kickoff. Play fake. Matei throwing into the end zone. It is picked off by Holy Cross. Mark Weaver on the pick and taken down at the 10 of Holy Cross.
Mark Weaver just steps in the middle of a crowd on that throw. The intended receiver got banged as the ball came toward him. Mote will throw into a crowd. He's back at the 20-yard line, squares his body, and then throws it. You see the ball carrier or the intended receiver get wrapped up, and coming out of the pack is Weaver, and he'll bring the ball up to the about 20-yard line, about the 10-yard line, 11-yard line. But the Holy Cross Crusaders have dodged a bullet, stopping that drive by Naugatuck.
Now the line of scrimmage is the 11. So Naugatuck's pass is picked off. The handoff, that's Lampo on the first offensive play for the Crusaders. And the Sophomores run well here this afternoon.
Lampo will follow Green and Dunn. Just comes right over Green and Dunn. See number 74, Gerber, unable to grab him, and Lampo able to pick up about 6, maybe 7 yards, closer to 8 on that one. He's very close to the 20-yard line. 2nd down for the Holy Cross offense as the rain has picked back up in intensity.
2nd and a short 3 for the Crusaders at their 18. The give inside to the fullback, Mike Lampo. This time a short pickup on 2nd down. And now Pirelli checking in. You see him going into the huddle. Lampo coming to the sidelines.
Get a good look at Jerry Chaleglio there with the headset on the sideline. He's got to be very pleased with the way his running attack has gone this afternoon here in this football game, as the March, Pirelli, and Lampo have really done a great job in moving the football.
3rd and short. That's Tri-Captain Pirelli for the first down. Out across the 20 and close to the 25. First down, Crusaders.
Fullback just comes again right behind John Green and Jay Dunn for the first down yardage. You're going behind some pretty good size with Minetti, Green, and Dunn, well over 200 pounds. Minetti at 275, Green about 205, and Dunn at 245. So it's pretty good side to run on.
Ben March has just checked in, and he gets the call on first down, and he is stopped by the Naugatuck defense. First to get to him is Ryan Walker, the defensive tackle.
Watch 74 Walker as he slides off the block, gets to the outside. That's number 52, Ryan Walker, slides off the block, gets to the outside, wraps up Ben March. They're going to lose a couple on this one.
March comes out, and Weaver, who is his replacement in the football game, the junior tailback. 2nd and 11 now for the Crusaders. On that misdirection play, the ball ends up in the hands of Weaver for a short pickup on 2nd down. Buddy, field position is all the more paramount here on the rainy conditions.
See Weaver try and come back on the counter, and number 35, Derek Clark, on the stop. Cheerleaders on the sidelines, and they are wet, and they are trying to stay warm and dry
And checking
And it
in.
is going to be tough to stay dry.
Checking in because the game is on the line here. It's critical. Is tri-captain Dritar Vinka in at backer, and Derek Clark comes to the sidelines. 3rd and 10 for the Crusaders. Third quarter, we're knotted at 7. Jacob Ellis throwing. It is almost picked off by the Greyhounds. The pass was intended for the fullback Pirelli.
Jacob Ellis is going to throw this one behind Pirelli. Again, as Eddie said, one of the Naugatuck players almost comes up with the interception. Unable to get his number, but it's going to bring up a punting situation on a 4th and 10 for Holy Cross. And I think this is the first punt opportunity for the Crusaders here today. 4:54 left to go in this third quarter, a quick moving third quarter. Both teams have had 2 possessions. We've got a timeout here as the Greyhounds now waiting for Holy Cross in the punt.
And the Crusaders at their 25-yard line. 4th and 10. Jacob Ellis inside his 15, awaiting the snap.
Looked like Mom just a minute ago helping one of the Holy Cross players get his jersey off.
And Jacob Ellis wisely kicks it out of bounds at midfield, breaking the action, and we'll take our own timeout here in the Municipal Stadium complex up in Waterbury, and we've got a good one for you. The conditions are not conducive to what we would like to see out there for these fine players from both these fine high schools in the Naugatuck Valley League. We're tied at 7-all, 4:42 remaining. And Darrell Hall is back in the lineup. And Mo Matei wants to throw, now tucks it in and running the football because he has a seam and the senior takes a pop, but he picks up some good yardage on first down on the far side of the field. Mo Matei.
John Green is going to deliver a message to Motey as Motey gets out in front. Rebus and he are going to turn the corner. Motey will put the ball down right here, avoids a tackle there, and then he is going to meet up with number 54 right about there as John Green drives him out of bounds just short of the first down. You get a look at Eddie, Ryan, our spotter, and I'm just sitting down here huddled trying to stay warm up here in the press box.
2nd and 1, and they try the junior fullback, that's Kyle Wells, and Wells picks up the Naugatuck first down to the 43 of Holy Cross.
Again, that trap block, you see Rebus with a good block right at the point of attack, allowing Wells to sneak up inside for that first down yardage.
And the lights have been on for the start of the second half here. And it's dark, overcast, and now rainy weekend afternoon. The toss to the short side. That is Darrell Hall. And Hall for some short yardage on first down to the 40-yard line.
Hall will turn the corner and run into Green and another of the Holy Cross tacklers. You see Carmody just can't get him. You see Green along with, looks like Gentili will wrap him up before he can get going. It picks up about 2, maybe 2.5 on that carry. Ball into Holy Cross territory. You see it right at about the 40, 41-yard line there.
Under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Tied at 7-all on our Cable 10 Sports Valley High School football game of the week. Hall out of the lineup now, and Bill Testone replaces him. And that is Dritar Vinka in at fullback, and the senior tri-captain straight ahead on second down.
Vinka will run the belly. He'll come over the left tackle, puts his shoulder down, picks up a couple. Be about a 3rd and 5 for the Greyhound offense as Vinka has checked into the backfield.
Well, we saw him on Naugatuck's last series defensively, and now Coach Peters has inserted his senior tri-captain, and he's limping a little bit out there. Wing T look. Bill Testone to go in motion. Testone gets the handoff. He is drilled at the line of scrimmage. See if we can give credit. Number 12 was Matt Malone, who came up for the initial hit for the Crusaders. A big, big hit.
Mac Malone, number 12, will just blow through the gap, and he is going to take Testone about 2 yards in the backfield, and it's going to bring up a 4th down for Naugatuck here. 4th and about 5. I think you're going to see the Naugatuck football team. I thought they would be punting the football. They're going for it here, and I'm surprised with the conditions the way they are.
Well, 4th down, 4th and 5. The toss to the short side. Darryl Hall. Hall is hemmed in, knocked out of bounds. It's going to depend on the spot. The Holy Cross players are jumping up and down.
He did not get it. He was way short of that one as he got knocked out about 1.5 yards to 2 yards short. As he tries to come around the corner, you see number 74, Matt Gerber, pulling me around the corner, but you're going to see a lot of green jerseys driving Darryl Hall out of bounds.
Breaking the action, let's go to our featured play of the week from the Amity Derby football game at Lou DiFilippo Field, and the play of the week sponsored by Shelton Mitsubishi.
Shelton Mitsubishi's play of the week.
Ball down at the Derby 22-yard line. And they give the Barrett a gaping hole off the right side. Barrett down the far sideline, heading for the end zone, and in for the score, Ken Barrett. Welcome back to Ray Snyder Field. The Crusaders take over on downs at their 35-yard line. Hall comes up short on the 4th down attempt. They run the fullback on 1st down, and that is Mike Lample, the sophomore fullback.
Anthony Parenti, number 20, is going to get a piece of the fullback right here as he tries to go. Watch 20 reach out and trip him up. Good job by Parenti as he was down on the ground, able to keep his hands free and make that stop. So about 1 yard, maybe 1.5 yard gain. 1:38 left to go here in this 3rd quarter.
Parenti and Vinca are the backers for the Greyhounds. 2nd down, 2nd and long, loose ball, and Lampo falls on it.
Looked like the old wing T as that one went right through the quarterback to the fullback. Watch now, this one comes right through. Center never got it up, and just as he tried to get it back, it stayed on the ground. Ball has got to be very, very wet at this point in the football game, and it's going to be tougher to handle as we keep going into this end of this 3rd, into the 4th quarter. Just get a look at the sidelines, and not much you can do today except try and stay dry.
3rd and 10 for the Crusaders at their 35. We're deep into the 3rd quarter. Under a minute to go, as a matter of fact. That is Mark Weaver, who's been in at tailback, and Matei drives him back after Weaver picks up a few on the play. Good hit by Matei.
Mo Matei with an excellent, excellent drive after the tackle. Watch him make contact and then stay with the ball carrier and just actually lift him up and push him back. So 4th down here for the Crusader offense. They're going to have to kick, as you see one of our cameramen right on the sideline, again, trying to stay dry, and that's just a tough chore here. Holy Cross going to punt. We're down under 10 seconds. I think they're going to try and wait till the end of the quarter. They don't.
The snap is made, so we're going to get the punt off. Jacob Ellis. And Matei signals for a fair catch, but wisely gets away from the football. It'll roll down to the Naugatuck 30, and that's where the Greyhounds will take over 1st and 10 from their 30, and we have completed 3 on offense now after Jacob Ellis' punt rolled down to the Naugatuck 30. We're tied 7-all entering the 4th quarter. And for our viewers' information, the Naugatuck Valley League has the Kansas tiebreaker. So we
lost the ball.
We don't have ties. A loose ball on 1st down, and Holy Cross has it. At the 30, a big, big break.
Fullback never has the handle as it comes out. Vinca was the intended ball carrier, and he never really had possession, and Holy Cross right on top of it. They're going to recover it inside the 30-yard line, and great field position. As you see Joe Carmody there after that turnover coming into the huddle, and the ball inside the 30 in great field position for Holy Cross.
So the Crusaders on the Naugatuck turnover have the football just inside the Naugatuck 30. Carmody will go in motion from the slot back spot. The give is to Lample, and a fumble on the other end. And let's see, Naugatuck has the football. Lample was popped on the play, and the Greyhounds come over as both teams exchange turnovers.
Boy, I'll tell you,
Vinca on the hip.
Vinca who fumbled, he causes the turnover, and Naugatuck gets the ball right back.
And it looked like Diedrich fell on the loose ball for the Greyhounds. Anyway, we're back in business a couple of plays ago. The Greyhounds have it at their 30.
Gotta like Vinca, boy. He fumbled that football first play. He got it back.
Well, he made the pop on Mike Lampo. First down. And one back set. And that's Vinca, the lone setback. And Drittar takes it for 6 yards as he crosses the 35.
Vinca will run a little bit of a belly. He comes behind his right or left and left guard and tackle, picks up a couple yards.
But it did not take long for Vinca to get that jersey dirty out there, because he entered just in the second half of play, and you can barely make out the numeral. 2nd and 4 for the Hounds at their 36. Again, they try the senior tri-captain, and this time the Holy Cross defense is equal to the task. A couple of yards on that carry by Vinca.
Again, the left belly, the belly to the left side, going over Farrell, Rebus, and Bonsic for a couple more. Big third down here, about 2.5 for Naugatuck, as they need the first down to continue the drive with 10:44 left to go in this football game. You can see the water puddling between the hash marks. It's going to make cutting very difficult here for the rest of this football game.
3rd and short. They'll toss it this time. And that is Hall, the lone setback. Hall will reverse his field, but he is taken down. Number 75, Jay Dunn, held his ground, the 6'4", 245-pound senior defensive end.
Hall tries to get to the outside. He sees that there is really no place to go, and is going to try and reverse his field, come back. Watch 75. Dunn just gets a piece of the jersey and will not let go. Going to be a 4th down in about 9, so the Greyhounds are going to have to kick the football right back to Holy Cross. It's going to be tough for Mr. Hall to get going here with the field position. He's not going to be able to cut the way he's able.
Bastos kicking from the dry portion of the field, and it's going to get a Naugatuck roll down to the 49, and Holy Cross will take over at their 49-yard line. Tied 7-all on our cable 10 Sports Valley High School football game of the week.
Again, pretty good field position for Holy Cross. They had it back at the 30 just a moment ago, fumbled it, and now they're going to take the ball over right about midfield as you get a good look. One of the moms here for the Holy Cross Crusaders just huddled under the umbrella. Another just trying to stay dry and probably hoping that these last 9 minutes and 28 seconds quickly disappear.
First down at the 49. Mark Weaver, the tailback. He stopped from behind by Matt Gerber, defensive tackle. Buddy, the fact that we haven't seen March must indicate that there's obviously something holding him out of the second half. He's a gamer.
See number 74, Gerber, just get a piece of the legs of.
And March, Ryan Coffey just pointed him out. Ben is on the sidelines, and in your picture you see that standing water. So March is out of this football game with some kind of leg injury. 2nd and 9. The football at the 49 of Naugatuck. Jacob Ellis will run the football himself. to the short side of the field. Diedrich along with Bastos and Gerber all on the tackle for Naugatuck.
Jacob Bellis just tries to get around the corner. He follows his fullback, picks up a couple yards. It'll be a 3rd and about 5 for Holy Cross. You see the ball right at the 45-yard line. Neither team wants to make a mistake here with 8 minutes, about 16 seconds left in this 4th quarter, and Holy Cross is right in the middle of the what looks like to be mud in between the hashes of this field.
And they give to the up back. That is Tom Pirelli. Straight ahead, Ryan Walker, one of the tacklers, along with Gerber, getting up from the mud and the muck there.
See Pirelli just trying to get some footing and just go straight ahead, but going to be tough here as Naugatuck just piles it up inside. You got Walker, Levine, and Gerber along with Morales and Clark that have done a good job in this second half in closing down what had been a very strong running attack for the Crusaders in the first half. So it's going to bring a 4th down here for Holy.
It's the Ray Schneider Field, and we've got a 4th down for Holy Cross, and they run Pirelli on 4th and short, and the tri-captain has apparently, from the reaction on this side of the field, picked up the 1st down.
This is just a straight-ahead burst by the fullback, and I'll tell you, take your hat off to Jerry Charleglio on that call, because most coaches, including myself, would take the sure punt situation, play field position, and he picks up the 1st down and continues this drive. So he's playing for the win, and a great call by Jerry Charleglio here in this 4th quarter as the ball just across or right at the 40-yard line of the Greyhounds.
I would have gone for field position myself, but Coach Charleglio in his 9th year up at Holy Cross gets a big 1st down on 4th down. And again, the up back, the fullback. Let's see if that was Pirelli. Short pickup on 1st down. That was Lampo, the fullback.
Lampo will try and find an opening, cannot. Again, closed down very well by the Naugatuck interior line. But you get a look at that defense. 52 there, Ryan Walker. 54, Josh Levine. Been stalwarts along with Matt Gerber inside. Morales, Clark, along with Parenti have done an excellent job at linebacker. And they have closed the running attack down here in this second half.
Keep in mind that if Holy Cross advances it far enough, they've got an excellent field goal kicker in the freshman, Jeff Gomolinski. The handoff on 2nd down, that's Lampo again.
Parenti right up in there. TJ Parenti from his linebacker position will close this one down. You see number 89, Dietrich gets a piece of the ball carrier, and then Parenti comes up to make the stop. Another 3rd and long for the Crusaders. Ball at right about the 36.5-yard line. They've got to get down to the 30 for the 1st down, so they've got a ways to go here.
Naugatuck in that 5-man front, digging in. Levine is caked with mud. Running the football is Pirelli, the fullback. He bounced off a couple of tackles and got it close to the 30-yard line before he stopped there. It'll be short of the line to gain.
Pirelli just steps behind the center and gets down close to the 1st down. You see the marker right at the 30. He's about the 31.5, maybe a yard and a half for that 1st down, and it's a big 4th down again.
Well, if you go for it a moment ago,
got to go for it here.
Down, you're going to go for it here. 5 minutes left to go in the football game. We're tied at 7. I-back formation, 4th and a yard and a half. The pitch. That is Mark Weaver. No, brings it out. It's Matei. A big play by the senior D-back, Mo Matei.
They try and go wide this time, and Mo Matei will come up, take the angle away as Weaver tries to get to the corner. Watch Matei. He just comes in and knocks him back about a yard and a half. Naugatuck is going to take over here. You can see up in the right-hand corner, 5 minutes exactly left to go in this 4th quarter.
5 minutes remaining. We're tied at 7-all.
Got our little ESPN insert up there in the right-hand corner this week with the score and the time. I like that. very innovative from our executive producer and director, Ron Carkett, in the truck. Great job.
So Naugatuck takes over on downs at the 36, fourth quarter from Municipal Stadium. Matei wants to put it up. The senior quarterback tucks it in now, running the football, and he spilled after a pickup of 4 on the play. Number 53 on the play was Gentili, along with 53 for Holy Cross, Matt Gray.
Watch Mote allow the defensive player, that's number 75, Dunn, to run himself out of the play, and then Gentili takes his legs out, but Mote picks up about 4 yards on that ball, right at about the 40-yard line. And if I'm not incorrect, it has slackened a little bit. The rain has slackened just a bit.
Only problem is every time we have said that, the rain has increased in intensity. But correction on my part, Mike Minetti is number 53 for Holy Cross. Second down, the toss to the wide side. They try to get Hall outside. Dunn is on him, though, and Hall still on his feet. And now another Crusader comes up. It's Gentili to make sure Hall stays down.
Hall again tries to get to the outside, and you're going to see a lot of green jerseys get a whack at number 15.
Farrell is in front of him.
You see Dunn get him. He's going to get stood up. Green will grab him, and then watch number 27 right here. Bang, just gets solid contact. Tom Pirelli, the senior 5'9", 225-pounder, laid him out.
And
Kenny is upstairs.
Ken Fay and brother Mike is down on field level with Mike Zavalko. So the Fay brothers getting wet here this afternoon. Matei hands off inside to Vinka on 3rd and 7, and Drittar is stopped by the center of that Holy Cross line.
Tough yardage inside. You see a lot of green jerseys just wrapping up Vinka. And as we are winding down here with 3:22, it looks more and more like we're going to go find out about the Kansas tiebreaker very shortly.
Coach Peters electing to punt the football away with a little over 3 minutes to go. It's really the play, 4th and long for the Hounds. Bastos is the punter. He gets it off and he sails it over the head of Jacob Ellis. It's going to roll inside the 10-yard line, and it gets into the end zone, just into the end zone, and Holy Cross will get the football out at the 20. Bastos picked a good time.
Just a great punt.
And just to sail one, Bud, and he almost dropped that punt at the 1-yard line of the Crusaders.
And I think that is going to ensure the overtime here as Holy Cross 80 yards away. Yes, it is wet. Yes, it is cold. And yes, we are going to have overtime with 2:49. And that's what they were just discussing on the sidelines with 2:49 left to go. Holy Cross backed up. They cannot afford a mistake here, so don't look for the Crusaders to do anything other than just go straight ahead.
Under 3 minutes to go. At the 20. And taking it straight ahead is Jacob Ellis, and he's stopped in the secondary by Matei, who has come up big defensively here this afternoon for Naugatuck.
Jacob Ellis will step behind John Green, finds an opening, and will be able to pick up about 8 yards on that quarterback sneak. Be a second down with 2:26 left in this 4th quarter. And they are playing right in the middle of what looks to be kind of swampy conditions between the hash marks.
Tom Pirelli is the back, the fullback, and he gets the call. And Matei, Bastos, and a couple of the other Greyhounds on the stop of Pirelli at about the line to gain.
Fullback just goes straight up behind Green and Dunn. You see him cross the 30 for the first down before Mote and number 34, Larry Testone, wrap him up. But a first down, continuing the drive. We are under 2 minutes left to go in this football game. It has been an outstanding NVL game here this afternoon.
Two quality programs. Naugatuck 6-2 coming into the football game, and the Crusaders at 4-3. And on first down, Jacob Ellis straight up the middle for 4 yards on the play. And Dritar Vinka, a cake Dritar Vinka, on the stop from his backer spot. Caked with mud. Dritar Vinka, who only entered this football game in the second half.
I wonder if these guys wash their own uniforms, because Mom is not going to be real pleased tonight if these guys are doing their own wash.
Well, Bud Holy Cross just holding on to the football. 7-7, a minute left to go here at Municipal Stadium. Again, Jacob Ellis, maybe not wanting to risk a handoff, but he just takes it straight ahead, close to another first down at the 40.
Holy Cross has not used the timeout, so it looks like Holy Cross is playing for the overtime period. You see Jacob Ellis drive forward and then dive across about a half a foot short of the first down. Under 35 left to go here in this game, and all Holy Cross is going to do is just run the clock out.
And again, Jacob Ellis running it to the 44-yard line.
That could be the last play if they start the clock. I think Holy Cross is just ready to start the overtime, get ready for the overtime period and the coin toss, because they are not really running. The clock down under 27 seconds. Get a look there at the clock. They're just going to let it go, and we're going to get ready for the Kansas tiebreaker.
As you look at the clock here, Ray Snyder Senior Field. And that's it in regulation. But for our viewers, we'll be coming right back with an overtime Kansas tiebreaker right after these. This is a tough way to lose a football game. On the other hand, you have to be positively ecstatic to win it.
Both teams will get an opportunity. First and goal from the 10.
Holy Cross.
Whatever points you put up, the other guy has an opportunity to score more.
Holy
if they
Cross,
tie, we play some more.
Cross won the coin flip. They have elected to go on defense first.
Bang.
Matei hands off on the 10 from the first down carry. That was Vinka. He was stopped for no gain on the 10.
Mike Minetti just comes right off the block, number 53. He really wasn't blocked. Vinka never had an opportunity to even get to the line of scrimmage, so it is going to be a second and goal about the 12, right in the middle of that puddle there where the referee or the umpire is standing holding the football.
Now they said
Naugatuck has taken a timeout right away, so it'll be second and goal. Naugatuck has taken their timeout and get that football up. Plus, it is very wet and tough to kick a wet football, but we'll see. We're a little bit ahead of ourselves here as Naugatuck will be second and goal from the 11-yard line. Naugatuck stays in that wing tee.
Matei is the quarterback. Behind him, the fullback, that is Vinka. Hall, the halfback to the left. Testone on the handoff. It's a double handoff.
And that's it.
The football is fumbled, turned over to Holy Cross, and now Holy Cross will get a shot from the 10-yard line. The ball goes over on the turnover.
They go with the crisscross scissors, the handoff, and then back, a double handoff. Testone just did not have it when he gave the ball off to number 15, Hall. He could not hold on to it. You see Dunn there on the stop. Looks like Minetti on the recovery, and Holy Cross is going to get an opportunity right here. All they need is really 3 points. So we'll see what Jerry Cheliglio decides. Craig 10. That would make it a 27-yard kick. That's a pretty good kick. As you see the conditions right there into this, what would be a little bit of a wind and the obvious rain, and the ability of that kicker to plant that left foot to kick the football is going to be all important here if they do go for the field goal.
So the football is resting at the 10-yard line now as Holy Cross gets a crack at it. They go to a full house backfield. Jacob Ellis is the quarterback. He gives to Pirelli. Pirelli is stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Going to be tough to get any yardage inside, and I think that's what Craig Peters thought on the crisscross scissors, to try and get some movement then come back away from that movement, unfortunately, for the fumble. Here you see Pirelli just running into the middle of that defense. Maybe gets a yard, but it's going to be tough sledding up inside in this game. Naugatuck is not going to give you much place or much of an area to go inside, and if Holy Cross wants to move the ball, they're going to have to either throw or get it to the outside.
Now Carmody in the backfield as part of the full house backfield. Running the football, that was Lampo off the left side. He's the second man through. Or check that, Mark Weaver on the carry on second down.
They get a counter play coming back, trying to pick up the block from the off halfback. Close to the 5-yard line, so pretty good yardage for Weaver. It'll be a third, about 5, as you get a look at the Naugatuck defense. You see Vinca there talking to his players. It looks like number 44 or 45, Bastos and company, as you see Holy Cross now with a 3rd and 5.
Weaver, Pirelli, and Carmody in the backfield. 3rd down from the 5. They run Pirelli, and Pirelli is down inside the 5 to the 2.
Interesting call here, Edward. Interesting call, as it is going to be 4th, maybe a yard, yard and a half. Straight ahead comes the fullback Pirelli. He burst right at the line of scrimmage, and he is close to the goal line. Is right here. The ball looks like to be about a yard, yard and a half short, and an interesting call.
4th down in the Kansas tiebreaker, and for our viewers too, just to let them know, in the Kansas tiebreaker, each team is given 1 timeout, plus they can use any unused timeouts from the second half, so that both these coaches have more than 1 timeout to burn here, so to speak, in the Kansas tiebreaker. As Buddy mentioned, the football at the 1.5-yard line.
There you can see it.
4th
down. It's longer than a yard, maybe a yard and a half, as Eddie just said, and it's going to be interesting to see what Holy Cross decides to do. If they go for it with the run, I think Jerry Charliglio is telling you something about the field conditions and the ability of what he feels would be his kicking game to get the 3 points. You see Craig Peters and that Naugatuck sideline are going to get behind that defense very shortly, as they need to stop Holy Cross here. If they do, we're going to go right back to the 10 and start all over.
Weaver, Pirelli, and Carmody, they changed the configuration. Weaver was on the right side, now he's on the left side. 4th from the 1.5. The quarterback is Jacob Ellis.
Did not make it.
It's Pirelli, and he is stopped short of the goal line, and we will go to another series in the Kansas tiebreaker. Big defensive stop by the Hounds.
Good penetration inside by Naugatuck. I'm not sure who it was. Right there, the guy fighting through just did a great job. Maybe it was Bastos. Looked like he hit an 80, but just a great job closing to the inside and preventing the fullback from getting in the end zone. And we're going to...
Cabellas will run the football. He is slowed up. It's Morales from behind, taking him down at the 7 along with Testone, Bill Testone, in the area for the Greyhounds. Momate also around the football.
Jacob Ellis will get banged by number 27, Pirelli, and then finally tries to turn it up. But you've got to get to the outside. It's going to be very difficult to score straight ahead to get more than a yard or yard and a half here as you get a look at that Naugatuck defense. Jacob Ellis got the ball down close to the 5-yard line.
That's a good pickup on 1st down. Jacob Ellis was going for a dry portion of the field. And again, Holy Cross on a 2nd down from the 6, a full house backfield. The quarterback is Jacob Ellis. Jacob Ellis, the 2nd back. Weaver, and Weaver is denied as he gets down to the 2-yard line.
Mote has just delivered some major hits in this football game. Watch as Weaver comes back out of the crossbuck action. You see Carmody faking and then coming back. Watch Mote now, as this guy's got a little bit of movement. Mote and company get some pretty good pops.
But except that was not Weaver, and obviously limping Ben March.
Ben March back in the game, excuse me.
In at right halfback in the full house. Inside the
there
5.
He is.
March spins, and he is stopped at the 1-foot line. It was Darrell Hall who came up to make the stop of March.
Carmody will lead inside to fake to Pirelli, and then March comes back. Look at Hall with the solid tackle. And you got to admire those two young men, both Mr. Hall and Mr. March. March probably stood on the sidelines, went up to Coach Jerry Ciarleglio and said, "Hey, Coach, how about it? I think I can get in the end zone." And he's back out there.
And let me correct the line of scrimmage. It is the 1 yard line, not the 1 foot line, but it'll now be a 4th down coming up for Holy Cross. We're in the second overtime period here, Kansas tiebreaker, in our Cable 10 Sports Valley High School football game of the week. Holy Cross has a 4th down.
Second overtime. Here we go. It is 4th down. Holy Cross is not going to kick the field goal. They're going to try and run it in.
Power I, and March is deep in the I back spot. And it is March. He goes into the line of scrimmage, and he does not get in. March does not get in.
What a second effort, though, by Ben March, and he was darn close. Watch now as he will tunnel straight ahead, gets hit right there by Dietrich, keeps his feet solid, straight ahead, gonna get stopped right at about the yard goal, or right at about the 1 foot line, and Holy Cross will go on defense. So Naugatuck stops that second drive by the Crusaders.
Now Naugatuck is in the driver's seat right now. Now the Greyhounds again, any score, field goal, touchdown, and the Greyhounds will win it from the 10-yard line. Wing T set. Hall will go on motion. They give to Hall, and Hall is stopped as a flag was dropped by the official on the far side.
First flag of the day. Hall is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as he is going to get nailed. You see Dunn, Minetti. Dunn just takes him right on solid at about the 13. And that's the first flag of the day. They're talking to Holy Cross, so probably a 5-yarder. Holy Cross is going to refuse. It was illegal motion. It'll be a second down, about 13 for Naugatuck. And they're going to have to do something here other than try and run the football to the outside or even up the middle. You're going to look for Mote to maybe boot and try and find his tight end crossing to the goal line.
Now that would be Bastos, the tight end.
I look for a bootleg here.
Mike Bastos is the tight end to the right side. It is second down, the football now at the 13. Tied in the Kansas tiebreaker, 7-all. Hall gets the football off, right tackle, finds a seam, gets it inside the 10-yard line before also been, because the number is a little hard to read, could have also been Pirelli. Outstanding captains for both teams. For Naugatuck, the captains this year, John Morales, Stritar Vinca, and the injured Al Molnar. And for Holy Cross, Mike Minetti, Tom Pirelli, and John Green. Third down, Vinca, straight ahead, inside the 5-yard line, the tri-captain, and a 4th down coming up.
Here comes the field goal team.
And Darrell Wells with a clean white jersey.
Good hits there by 54 Green and Pirelli stopping Vinca right at about the 5. So we're going to see if we can't kick a field goal here. There's Holy Cross now.
And
only thing now,
the holder, Mo Mate, Darrell Wells, the senior, in to kick the field goal. At the 12.
Overtime, 7-7 tie.
The snap, the placement, the kick, it is up. It is good. And Naugatuck has pulled it out in the Kansas tiebreaker as the Greyhounds go wild in the center of the field. In overtime here at Municipal Stadium, Naugatuck 10, Holy Cross 7.
Great camera angle as that one right up inside the post. 3 points for the Greyhounds, 10-7, the final score here for the Naugatuck Greyhounds in an outstanding football game.
Back with the announcement of our Seymour Oil Player of the Game right after these messages. Weather, Buddy and I are safely ensconced here in the press box at the Ray Snyder Field. buddy, quickly, you'll make the presentation. It's not actually a presentation. We'll make the announcement from Naugatuck, our Seymour Oil Player of the Game in this exciting Kansas tiebreaker 10-7 win for Naugatuck. Bud?
Player of the game goes to number 12 for the Naugatuck Greyhounds, their quarterback, and what I thought was an outstanding game on defense, Mo Mote, who just did a creditable job in this football game, able to hold on to the football on offense and to sustain the drives for Naugatuck, but really I thought did a great job on defense for the Naugatuck Greyhounds with some very good defensive plays, and he gets the player of the game, and unfortunately we're unable to bring him up here, but to Mo Mote, an outstanding effort here in this 10-7 win against Holy Cross.
We'll obviously get the plaque and the shirt from Seymour Oil to Mo Mote. Very importantly for the Greyhounds, buddy, Naugatuck still is in the race for a double L state playoff berth with this exciting win over Holy Cross.
Just a great job, and it's time for us to get out of here and to get ready for next week.
Speaking about next week, buddy, we have a doubleheader, weather permitting. First of all, we travel down to Finn Stadium in Shelton for a big SEC battle, Amity at Shelton, and then the following day, a big NVL battle, Ansonia at Seymour. And once again, for our Seymour Oil Player of the Game, Mo Mote, Buddy Chernovitz, Ed Clements, goodbye, everyone.